Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 8:30 on Bank Holiday, Monday night, the 7th of August 2023. Back with a couple for tomorrow. Missing in action last night after spending the day in Galway. I went into town and was checking out the casino, but there was a tournament on, but 'twas a satellite for a big game in Killarney, which I wouldn't be able to attend anyway. So I didn't bother playing. So I headed for home. Met up with good scatter of the family. There was a cousin home from England, and he had been sick, and he hadn't been home for a few years. So we had a few pints, and he was sicker today, actually. I met him. He won't be drinking as much Guinness again. He's on a lot of medication, so the balance he has to get right. So I don't think there'll be any pints from him again, maybe a couple of glasses. I watched the Chicago football final then between the Wolf Tones and the Pierces. I would have played with the Wolf Tones years ago. I'd have a few North American titles and Chicago titles, so knew some of the players that was playing, and good win for them. They were a pint up with a couple of minutes to go, and Ulchan Harney from Roscommon made a great interception in injury time, and up the field they got a goal to win by 4, but it was a tough struggle all through. It was a good game to watch, so it's a good idea. That's the second year now they're streaming those games on a Sunday. I'd know the commentator as well, and the two of them actually. So great crowd in Galway yesterday. Met a good few people. I forgot to get a few of their names. Shout out to the two Hurton Chokers from my Cullen, Kevin and the other lad. I forget your name. I met you last year when I was up after you winning the senior football championship. So hopefully you do it again this year, and I'll visit. Your manager's a good old friend. We had I think we had 3 places yesterday. There was a couple of, I thought it was a bit in hard luck, especially what was it called, the tune. He just got tapped for a bit of toe. He was the best stayer. He'll win a race, a mother's race, and Earls ran a great race. I was talking to Martin Sheridan before the race. They weren't that sure. They were all saying that the ground was very gluey, and that's what happened. The excuse was for No More Porter that the ground was gluey or whatever, not suitable. But week is over anyway. It was a pity we didn't hit our big double, but we went close. I had a few long shot winners, good few places, so we weren't cleaned, as they say. Very difficult tomorrow altogether. I went through them this morning and again this evening. I only come up with 2 for tomorrow. Oh, I put up one today. Turbulence. There was turbulence definitely for him in the straight. He should have won that race. He went out to 9-2 as well today. I was looking off it back to me to 9-2, but I had a win bet last night at 11-4. I thought he should have won the race, but he got trapped on the rail, and he's a good jockey, McGonigal, or McMonigal. I was a bit surprised that he didn't try and get out sooner. It would have been a good start to the week. Anyway, tomorrow there's a 2-mile race there, 30 yards short of 2 mile. Horse that done us a turn last year, also Chic. It runs well at Caterick as well. It has a couple of seconds. Hellenista tipped up that, I think it's the 10th of June, to the non-runner. But Spantik caught my eye the last day. Went to second behind Baez. Baez is a good old class yoke. It has won a couple of races for us, but this is rated 62 now, isn't it? No, 61. It has won off 62 before. A mile 6, and it won a hurl race as well, and won a Newcastle off 61. So it's weighted to go well, and it ran well enough the last day, I thought, and put a bit of daylight back to the field. Roger Fell is not going that well, but he has, where are we here?
Inside, followed by Jack Yates, then comes Lord Toranaga as they reach the end of the back straight. Cold Henry some way back at the moment, and it is Trailblazer, the dancing poet, from Where's the Crumpet. Spantik pushed along, Jack Yates under pressure, Lord Toranaga's trying to close. Baez Red Sleeves going 3 wide, but making headway from Arabiscato. Then under pressure, Bon Vitesse, followed by Visitant. Cold Henry is putting in a laboured effort here as they now run inside the final 3 furlongs, 2.5 to go. The dancing poet, Trailblazer, Spantik, and on the wide outside is Baez coming down the centre of the course, looking to notch up his first success. Running down to the last furlong, Baez, Spantik, the dancing poet, Lord Toranaga. Now Cold Henry is beginning to stay on, but with work to do. And inside the final furlong, it is Baez in the hands of Paul Mulren, and this filly striding away from Spantik, and Baez will get off the mark. 15 attempts, hits the bullseye.
But Baez went in again next time. You take Baez out of that race, and he had won. He didn't go up anything for that. And Johnny Pete takes off 5, isn't it? So Jason Hart was on him the last year, so £5 claimer. Roger Fell hasn't 0 for 29 there, but he has had 13 places. In I think his last winner was the 20th of July or something. But Head of Liston would be the danger, I think, but it seems to be more one-paced. But if it can run back at the track similar to tomorrow or the last day, should be competitive enough at 7-2. And in Roscommon tomorrow, I went through the whole lot. Now, I will go, please God. But there was only one that sort of caught my eye. And the ground will be drying out tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be a good enough day, and it's supposed to be a bit of a breeze with it. So I'm expecting the ground to be yielding. The chase ground is heavy there, but it'll be drying out tomorrow. But Hidalgo Des Mottes. Now, Owen Griffin is something similar. He hasn't had a winner in a while. But the corner has to turn sometime. Now, I'm going on the step up and trip. Might suit. It had 3 or 4 runs over hurdles there to get a mark of 99. It went up £2 for its last run. Mikey O'Sullivan was riding it. That's him with the number 4 on the saddle cloth there in what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8th place.
Back straight and inside the final 3/4 of a mile. Joshua Chamberlain doing second, Caterina Gold, Serpoletta clear third, our Bobby on the outside going the shortest route, top line Tommy, Queenie Newall, and then Hidalgo Des Mottes continues to get closer, now going by Queenie Newall and make the switch and in for a penny as they straighten up and head for home. Joshua Chamberlain to in second, top line Tommy, Serpolette now third with our Bobby, in behind is Caterina Gold, and Hidalgo Des Mottes is catching the eye as they jump to third last, and it's Joshua Chamberlain stepped out of Tommy Roddy, did well to pick him off the ground. Top line Tommy, Serpolette hits the front to our Bobby. Top line Tommy, Hidalgo Des Mottes looks the biggest danger in the wing mirrors of Serpolette as they head down towards the second last. Serpolette, our Bobby, then comes Hidalgo Des Mottes, and top line Tommy, our Bobby takes over to Serpolette. Hidalgo Des Mottes, no questions asked thus far. Our Bobby to Hidalgo Des Mottes, Serpolette, top line Tommy, and then comes in for a penny down towards the final hurdle, and it's our Bobby to Hidalgo Des Mottes, Serpolette, top line Tommy in for a penny over the road crossing, and it's our Bobby to its second, Hidalgo Des Mottes, and it's our Bobby finding more. Hidalgo Des Mottes is beginning to run on, but our Bobby has an up his sleeve. Our Bobby scores second, Hidalgo Des Mottes, third in for a penny, then comes Serpolette, top line Tommy, Joshua Chamberlain.
It wasn't too much money for a made the last day. But I'm just hoping that the step up in distance tomorrow for the first time, and there's a £5 claimer on him, Garage Brother. I see there's a few. Charles Burns is a couple out tomorrow. You wouldn't know what. This is the meeting 3 years ago, was it, that he pulled 3 gambles. So keep an eye on any market movements. But it's not a great. There's not great stuff out tomorrow, and even in the other 2 meetings, even at Chelmsford. So that's about all I could get. If I hear anything at all when I get up there, I'll just put them in the description at some stage. So it's Monday evening, so we'll sing an old song. I've travelled many counties in Ireland, but there's still one I'm longing to see. It has been a part of my homeland, and it brings back fond memories to me, where I wandered alone in my childhood, reviewing the sights I once seen. As I walked through the parks and the forests around the beautiful county of Meath. Oh, beautiful Meath, you've got all that I need. Your rivers, they flow with delight. Your fields are so green, there's plains to be seen, and your towns are so gay and so bright. Fishing down on the Boyne, I remember the time. You would think it was all just a dream. And wherever you roam, there's no place like home and the beautiful county of Meath. I've seen its beautiful castles, and its history I've learned so well. I've read of the high kings of Tara and the wonderful book of Kells, where the slain still remember St. Patrick. He lit a fire for the people to see. Here he brought love and kindness to Ireland and the beautiful county of Meath. Everybody singing now. So beautiful Meath, you've got all that I need. Your rivers, they flow with delight. Your fields are so green, there's plains to be seen, and your towns are so gay and so bright. Fishing down on the Boyne, I remember the time. You would think it was all just a dream. And wherever you roam, there's no place like home and the beautiful county of Meath. Up the Royal. Custard update. Look at it. Custard. No custard in Galway still. So what I'm doing anymore is a few of these bought, and I'm going to bring my own custard to Galway and bring them into the restaurants, hotels, and I'll use them at my own discretion. Thomas Mannion let me down. He milks cows and he was to make custard for me, but no, gone fishing. Bash the bookies, over and out.